listening to CLNS Media, powered by betonline.ag. Go to clnsmedia.com/roll. Use our promo code CLNS50 for 50% off your first deposit.
NBA Finals edition of the Causeway Street Podcast, fellas. We have ourselves one hell of a series, man. I'm telling you right now.
You're telling me?
I told you guys this back in April, before the playoffs even started. Golden State Warriors and the Toronto Raptors. We finally have ourselves a competitive best of 7 series, and you can't even say that's not the case after seeing what happened in Game 1. After seeing what happened in Game 1.
This is the only competitive series in the playoffs? Is that what you're telling me?
NBA Finals series.
Pretty sure the Sixers took it to 7.
NBA Final Series. The last series, the last NBA Finals the last NBA Finals that was pretty much a coin flip was when the Golden State Warriors blew that 3-1 lead against the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's been predictable ever since.
No, I still got the Warriors. I still got the Warriors in 5.
In 5?
The Warriors in 5.
So they're going to win 4 in a row.
Yeah, 4 in a row.
You got your mind.
I got your mind.
Joel, what do you got?
I got them in 6.
Warriors in 6. I got the Raptors in 7. Sticking to my prediction. Oh yeah, but see, Sean, you weren't saying
they're
that.
They're going to wrap it up at the last game in Oracle ever.
See,
Game 6.
Neither one of you was saying that.
Play some Drake right now. Play some Drake right now.
Back in why not?
I mean, I had the Celtics coming in. It was still going to be. Still gonna be the Warriors in the finals, and I did have the Warriors winning it.
But let's just be clear. This isn't like me trying to jump on the Drake and Toronto move. No.
I'm
not trying to jump on that. I'm not trying to jump on the wave. Okay,
we're not Chris Villani. You don't have to prove anything to us.
Wait, what?
We're not Chris Villani.
Why is Chris Villani being mentioned right now?
We're not saying you're right.
No, because he's saying that you've been jumping around this playoffs. That's what he said. That's what he said. I'm just saying.
Chris Villani was our worst guest of all time. All right, so that dude does no bearing on the show.
We're also going to talk about what's going on around the NBA. Okay, we got, in case you missed it, Joel's got plenty to bring up, which will probably dominate the bulk of this show because let's face it, guys, there's a whole lot of news going on.
It's a lot of pressure.
There's a lot of things I want to talk about. All right, Joel, don't mess this up, Joel. I don't even know what Joel has on the agenda.
Hold on,
but I know at least 2 topics that need to be brought up.
I want to talk about one thing.
Really there's a tease for you guys,
really quickly, and this goes to
make it really quickly because it's really quickly for you. It's like 15 minutes.
All right, this is just going to be a talking point that I want to talk about this because I want to bring this finals to the Boston Celtics and how it relates to the Boston Celtics. So. The Raptors went all in and traded for Kawhi Leonard, knowing this motherfucker probably isn't going to sign with us, right?
Correct.
Look at the fruitfulness of what have happened. What has happened, right?
Well, it goes back to Danny.
Do the Celtics look at the same thing and say, even if Kyrie leaves, maybe we do take a chance on Anthony Davis?
I thought,
just because of what happens now? Because now you've seen how one superstar can come into the East and just dominate, right?
No, I thought you're going to go the other way and say, how did Danny fuck up, not get Kawhi?
I'm still in the camp of, I don't want to mess up the core and trade anybody for Anthony Davis. But this
doesn't sound like a step in Sean's plan.
Sean's plan. No, it's not a step in Sean's plan. But I'm just saying that I look at it now and I'm like,
a lot
of people agree with, by the way.
I looked at the Raptors and I said, this is the dumbest thing of all time. Like one wrong thing and you're fucked.
You thought Kawhi wasn't going to play.
Sit out all year, man. I was like, he's going to go to LA. It's no big deal. But now he's winning. Possibly, let's hypothetically say they win a fucking championship.
Well, if they do, they could possibly go from NBA champions to
the worst team in the NBA.
Exactly, to rebuilding in like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
has that ever happened before?
Still win a championship.
Yeah, but see, here's the difference, guys. This is two completely different situations because they don't have that young core, promising core the way the Celtics do.
Yeah,
so it was pretty much take a shot at it, take a stab at it.
Do you want DeRozan or not?
And if
right?
you fail, well, either way, you had to break those two guys.
You had to.
You had to break up DeRozan and Lowry.
Yep.
You found this golden opportunity that fell in your lap, and all of a sudden you can compete for championship. If he leaves, he leaves. But at least that 1 year you can.
Like so is it relatable at all to the Celtics? You can put the team together
and grab a title.
Even before the additions that they made at the trading deadline, they were still a better team than they were the year before. Right? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, they were. They were still
because
they were
Kawhi
still at the
was
top.
playing.
They were
Yes,
still at the
Kawhi
top.
was playing.
Exactly.
Because you just sub out Kawhi. And
But look at
Jacob
someone
Poeltl.
look at someone like Lowry who played like shit in game 1. He's been playing like shit in most of the playoffs,
That's
and they're
playoff-
still winning
that's
games.
Playoff Lowry. That's playoff Lowry.
They're still winning games. It's because of Kawhi Leonard.
Now there's also no LeBron.
Yeah, but
And also,
Still.
Sean, you're preaching to the choir when it comes to me. I mean, if we're talking about putting a package deal that involves a centerpiece, or whether it's Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum for Anthony Davis, then I'm for that. I'm just not for seeing both of them.
1 year. For 1 year, though. That's it. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but let's face it. And we talked about this the last 2 weeks.
But you've been in the camp of you don't do it unless Anthony Davis signs. Now Toronto put
Well, that's with the Kyrie
pushed
thing.
all the chips in and said, you know what? We just want this one player, and we've had DeMar DeRozan sign. Now it is different because you're going to give up young assets versus a proven all-star that you're going to trade for 1 year of a proven
plus,
superstar.
you're assuming that
But I'm just saying, you said all the time that you wouldn't do it without Anthony Davis agreeing to a long-term deal. Now that you've seen this, if you look at a team that you can build around Anthony Davis with Gordon Hayward, Al Horford, like, is that something that you want to do? I don't still, but I'm just saying,
No,
does this change anything?
He'd have to commit for at least another year. Yeah, like this isn't. It can't be.
So
it can't be a one and done.
You watching Kawhi take over the East for 1 year doesn't change anything about Anthony Davis coming to the Celtics.
No, especially if, or maybe I should say, when Kyrie walks. If Kyrie's out of the equation, then it gets really.
It's a
tricky
when.
there.
It's a when.
Yeah, because
July 1st.
if you're gonna
3rd,
if you're gonna roll the dice,
hell, maybe even 4th.
if you're gonna roll the dice on these two players both leaving, I'd say you take that chance. But if it's just one of them, if we're talking about Anthony Davis and not them together, and let's say
Well, you're not going to sign Kyrie for a 1 year deal.
well, let's say hypothetically he opts in. Let's say hypothetically.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my entire
Okay, thank
life.
you. At least you said that because
That's the
when I said
stupidest
it,
thing I ever heard
it's
in my
dumb.
entire
All right,
life.
cool.
This dude
All right,
can make
whatever.
$80 million right now. He's not going to opt in anything.
Who? Kyrie?
Kyrie's not going to stop. He's not going to opt in.
No, I'm not saying no. It's highly unlikely. But
it's not highly unlikely. It's impossible.
It's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
He can do it.
Yeah.
No.
If he wants to fuck with everybody, he can do it.
I just don't see him doing that because
Because
of his health.
With his injury,
That's what I'm saying.
There's no
Yeah,
way
yeah,
he's
yeah.
ever.
So I don't see it
it's
happen.
literally
Okay.
impossible.
All right. Either way, my point is if
Not either way, man.
it is either way, Sean. Because if it's
Don't
both
just
of them,
say you said something impossible and then say either way. Maybe
No, because
this will happen.
I think what he's getting at is if he opts in and they trade for Anthony Davis, then you literally have one season to convince both of these dudes, hey, this is the future.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Stay here.
saying.
Yeah.
as opposed to you having one guy, Anthony Davis, who can just bolt and say, you know what, this isn't worth it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have both of them, you have a chance to win a title.
if
You put Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis on this team, you have a chance at a title. If,
So let
if
me-
it's just one of them, your chances have diminished.
let me throw something out there. You can possibly now this is not part of Sean's plan, so nobody tell me something. But I've just been thinking a lot. I've had a lot of time to think. Okay, not that I'm agreeing with anything I'm saying, but let's say hypothetically, the Pelicans say, give us some picks, give us Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward for Anthony Davis.
What is it? Rather than Gordon? What was the first?
Picks, a lot of picks.
Okay.
Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward for Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
So you can then build around a team that looks like Anthony Davis, Al Horford, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, pieces.
So no Kyrie.
No Kyrie, because Kyrie's gone. Kyrie's gone. In any situation I ever bring up, Kyrie's gone. But I'm just saying, if that's what the Hornets, the Pelicans. Why do I do that all the time?
Yeah, man.
If that's what the Pelicans want, and you can build around Tatum and Davis for 1 year and hope he resigns, would you do it? Seeing what Kawhi has done and seeing the success he's had.
Oh, okay. So you're pretty much saying the Toronto scenario.
I'm trying to throw
Like
the
legit
best case
Toronto
scenario.
scenario.
I'm trying to throw the best case scenario out there, which I don't know if it's possible, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't think that this was possible. I didn't think that you could just take a superstar and bring him to a team that obviously built around him, but still when they started to build around him, they were still the number one team in the East
Right.
up to that point.
Well, I think you do it because now the team, or at least the player that stands in the Celtics' way, is Giannis.
Is Anthony Davis
You
on the
need
level
to-
of Kawhi?
You need to figure out a way to slow that guy down.
Is
or
Anthony
that team
Davis
down.
on the level of Kawhi?
Yeah,
Well, I think
I think so.
I think he's a top 4, top 5 player.
He's the best.
Kawhi's better, though.
He's the best big man in the NBA.
I mean, when we did our top thing, I had him I had Anthony at 3 and I had Kawhi 4. Only because Kawhi was out a year. That's just me. But
It's a little stupid.
well.
Either way,
He's got him by like a hair.
right?
Yeah.
So you see what type of player,
I mean,
what
right
type
now,
of impact
yeah,
that
I'd
player
take
could have on
Kawhi.
the East. Sean's plan's still intact. Sean's plan.
Wait, but what are you saying again about Kyrie Irving though?
He's gone.
How much money would he leave on the table if he opted in? You're not going to leave that much.
No, he
If he opts in, he's just getting 22 mil.
Yeah,
That's
if
it.
he opts in, he gets 22 mil. If he just signs a new contract with another team, he gets like 100 and some odd mil.
Yeah, but you have to lock in for a max deal.
Yeah, but he gets it guaranteed, so it doesn't fucking matter. You're not going to play a year for 22 mil where literally if you blow your knee out and no one wants to pay you after that, you only get 22 mil. Where you can sign a contract
Yeah, but that's
for
what I'm saying. That's
180
what I'm
mil,
saying. The one,
but you can sign a contract for 180 mil and just
okay, no, you're saying opt
blow
in.
your
Okay,
knee
gotcha.
out and then get 180 mil
I'm
guaranteed.
thinking the LeBron plan.
No, he's not on the level of
the
LeBron.
1-and-1 where you have
No,
the
he
player
can't.
option.
He can't
No.
do that.
That's like Durant. Durant,
Yep.
he does the
Durant
60
can do
year.
that.
I mean, the 60 million for 2 years, and then he opts out the second year.
Kyrie's injury
You're
history,
telling me
he's
if
going for a max deal.
you're telling me if Kyrie steps into the office with Danny Ainge and says that's the only way I'm staying, that Danny's not going to do that.
Oh,
What?
like a 2
What's
year?
the only way he's staying?
If he says I'll do a 2-year with the player option on the
A
second year.
2-year, $80 million contract with a player option in the second year. So you're going to pay me $40 million this year, whatever
Right,
it
and
is.
if I want to stay,
I don't
then
even know if that's possible, but I want the max money I can get this year.
Right.
And I want to get you Anthony
and
Davis.
Then, and then you know
But
what?
see-
We'll run it back. If
no,
I don't, if,
man, that's not going to happen though.
What do you mean it's not going to happen?
No, because another team.
Kyrie's not doing the Celtics any favors.
Yeah,
He's not going to say like, "Yo, run it back, man. I got this." Or
No.
run it back with Anthony Davis
this
here. I
is-
got this.
this is
I'd rather
because-
go play
exactly.
with Kyrie
This
Irving.
is-
I'd rather go play with Kevin Durant and make $180 million.
Yeah, but this would only be because Danny's going to step in there and say, we're getting Anthony Davis. We'll do this again and we can get you there. You don't believe me? Okay. 1-and-1. If you don't want it, if you want to get out of here after this year, you're out. You're telling me if Kyrie says, okay, I don't want to sign here long term. I'll do it. If you get Anthony Davis, I'll sign for 1 year. We'll see what we do.
For the same
And then if I
reason-
want to leave, I'll
bringing
keep
it
it
back
same
to the
reason-
finals.
Hold on. For the same reason you say that, or it's been discussed that why he wouldn't opt in because of his health issues. That's another reason.
That's the
why.
thing. You're rolling the dice,
Here's
though.
my thing,
Yeah,
though.
it's
Here's my
not in
thing,
his
though.
best interest to do this.
Your scenario only makes sense if bringing it back to the finals. Kevin Durant comes back in the series, and the Warriors win a championship on the back of Kevin Durant, and he decides to sign another year in Golden State. Then maybe this is a possibility for the
So
for the
those
Celtics.
two can line up.
They need to.
Yeah.
They're going to line up.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I think like
All right.
if
That's exactly what LeBron, Chris
however-
Bosh, and just them two, right? That's how they did it. They lined it
However-
up so that they both be free agents
however
and go to Miami.
However, the finals work out, which I truly think that, Kevin Durant's going to come back and they're gonna win the next 4 games.
When's he coming back? There, he's not gonna come back game 2.
No,
Yeah.
not game
Durant,
2.
No,
Yeah.
Durant's coming either 3 or 4.
No, you're gonna have your boogie game in game 2.
Middle.
So the Warriors are locked to win game 2.
Lock.
I think this
And
would
my-
be a great night to go to
and my-
betonline.ag and put some money down there, buddy.
I would like to see the spread because I would
get some
I would
action in on this.
100% put the money line on the Warriors if they're
Well,
underdog.
in my prediction, they don't have to
Of course
win
they're
game
an
2. They can just win the last 4. So,
You think they're going to be a dog in game 2?
Yes.
No,
They were a dog in game 1. Why wouldn't
They're
they
a
be
dog in
two?
game 1 because that game 1 was a lock from the beginning. I could have when you texted and you said they're going to win at 7 and tonight's the first night. I was like, yo, literally everybody on this chain said that they were going to not sweep. There's not anything you're saying, anything that's like
I didn't hear you co-sign that.
I was very sick.
Well, the thing about game 1
So
is
you're trying to say game 1's a fluke?
I think no, it's not a fluke.
Game
I just
one's a
think
fluke.
I just
Sean
think
says it's a fluke.
no, I just
Oh yeah,
think,
Pascal Siakam's going to go for 30.
that's
every
what I'm
fucking
saying.
game,
I don't
man.
think
That's
Pascal
exactly what's going to happen.
and Gasol are going to lead the team in scoring
Yeah,
again.
I also don't think Kawhi Leonard's going to shoot the way he shot.
Oh, that's
Okay,
fine. That's
fine,
fine. So
fine,
then he can shoot better,
He
but
can
doesn't mean
play like Siakam did,
Yeah.
and then Gasol's not going to play like he did.
Right.
Siakam's not going to play even close to what Kawhi Leonard did. I don't think that team has a chance.
Okay, so who's going to slow down Siakam?
Um,
Cousins, who played 7 minutes?
Legit, Siakam will slow down Siakam. He can't keep that shit up.
Did you see him in game 1?
I did, and you know what? I've seen him at
he said
bits.
Siakam is going to
I've seen him in flashes, and you know what? There was this one shot where it was probably his 8th shot in a row he hit, where he just literally just was in the paint and he was just running out of the paint and he just chucked it behind his head. And there was this replay when he literally wasn't even looking at the basket. And Draymond Green was like, what are you doing, bro? And he just goes, wow, over his head. And it just fucking backboard, front rim in. And I was like, Siakam's not going to be able to do this.
Yeah, but you know what? There's also a couple plays where Draymond Green, when he goes out there to guard him, he blows past him every single time. Okay, that's fine, but
Draymond Green cannot slow this man down. At the rim like there was that one dunk he missed, which I was like, there's Siakam. Siakam isn't he's not
Anthony Davis. I hear what you're saying.
He's a streaky player at best. He's a streaky player. If Marcus Morris went for 30 in the first in the playoff in the first round of the first game of the finals, we would have said the same thing. I don't think he can keep that up.
What
the
you calling
entire series.
You calling him Leon Poe in Game 2 of the finals?
Yes, exactly. Yes, you know what? Yes, I am calling him Leon Poe in the finals in 2008.
All right, I think you're wrong.
I think you're wrong.
I do.
You know what? Even if you want to call him
these matchups, I just think when it comes down to the defensive side of things, man, Toronto's there, and they didn't even put up their best defensive performance.
All they Ghost had to do was just steal one. They get game 2 in Toronto.
Yep, they steal that,
and Durant's coming back. Durant's not going to
He's going to play game 3. He's going to play game 3. And you know what? You know what? Too, I was.
He's going to light it up.
I don't like saying this. I don't like saying this out loud, man. I don't like saying this out loud, but I was extremely disappointed in Boogie Cousins in game 1.
You only played 7 minutes, bro.
I understand, but no, he played more than 7 minutes.
No, 8.
Thank you. But by the way, you know what? I was so mad. He was trying to dish. Yeah. But he had a couple times where the jumper was open and he could have taken him into the lane, and he was very hesitant.
He's happy to be playing basketball.
Hold on.
When are you going to realize that he's not the same player anymore?
No, shut the fuck up.
Okay, ever since the Achilles,
don't even start that shit.
The same guy.
He was the same player before the hamstring. Now he's a little tentative. I think by game 5, he's
quad. It's a quad injury.
You got a better chance of Looney putting up better numbers than Marcus Cousins.
No,
right now,
I was pissed. I was pissed because I love Cousins, and I was like, yo, Cousins in the game. Second quarter's his. We got this. Then he was just so tentative, and I was like, man, he sort of looks a little overweight too. Then somebody posts Shaq in a Celtics jersey online, and they go,
man, that was big
hey,
Shaq.
look at DeMarcus Cousins. And I go, fuck. No, DeMarcus Cousins ain't gonna be Fat Shaq, man. He's not gonna be Fat Shaq.
I want to go that far, but just not the same dude.
Look at the picture and look at him in game 1, man. His headband was like 7 times bigger than normal to cover his
fat
head.
What does that even mean? Oh,
no, he looked large and in charge. Like I'm a big DeMarcus Cousins guy, but the dude looks fat right now. Like he's a built dude, so like him looking fat is different than like me and you looking fat. This motherfucker's just like, you put on a lot of weight.
He was just taking in the moment. He's like, I'm in the finals. I don't think I'll be playing basketball again this year.
Game 2 is going to be the Cousins game because I really think that
it's not going to be a Cousins game.
He's going to put up 30 in game 2.
He's going to put up 30 points in game 2.
Game 2.
Wow. He's going to pull a Siakam. Okay.
If Siakam can do it, literally anyone can do it. This motherfucker was a priest for 14 years of his life?
Yeah, what was that? That was some weird stats.
Is that what I heard?
What does it have to do with the way he plays basketball right now?
Is that what I heard?
Why is that relevant right now?
I don't know, man.
Up until 15 when he said, you know what? I'm going to play basketball. I think I play basketball.
I feel like Danny Ainge was like, even like, I'm not going to be a priest. I love my Mormonship, but geez, I'm good at basketball. You know what I mean? This guy was like, I'm okay at basketball.
No, Ainge could have gone either way. Could have gone baseball, could have gone basketball.
He was like, I'm an athlete, man.
Yeah, something else could have drafted him too, so.
Also,
another
one of my biggest takeaways from game 1 of the finals. This episode's been all over the place.
Things that made you go,
Well, no, at least we're back.
We're back in the finals. But
yeah.
I think my point about Davis and Kawhi was all right, right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Right. Sorry if I.
Yeah, no, you're just pretty much just saying without a guarantee him staying here.
Do you do
beyond?
It, man? Yeah. Do we make it to the finals? You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the camp of if you don't re-sign Kyrie, you don't trade for Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I mean, I think we are.
You bring up a good point. There's no guarantee that Kawhi was going to stay, even though he should. He's going to get the most money there. Plus, you don't have to battle.
It doesn't matter.
No, I'm just saying, but you don't have to battle. You don't have to battle the West anymore. Obviously, he's very comfortable in the East, but you never know, right? He could go back to the West.
It's all about the package deal, too.
Yeah, you go back to the West, whatever, and Toronto could literally be fucked rebuilding around your boy Siakam. Legit. because half the team are free agents as well.
Yo, I'd trade Siakam to the Knicks with Kyrie.
You still got one more year of
I'd
Lowry.
trade him for RJ Barrett right now.
You still got one more year of fucking Kyle Lowry. So what are you gonna do there? What are you gonna do then?
If I'm Toronto, I'm calling New Orleans saying, "What's up?
You want Siakam?
What do you think about Siakam?
You want Siakam?
Serious?
Yeah.
Dead ass.
Let me sign Kawhi and trade you Siakam and
But how come we're not talking
Siakam,
more?
Van Fleet and
Lowry.
How come we're not talking more about how Ainge fucked up and didn't get Kawhi?
If especially if he becomes MVP of the series, right? Yo, fuck out of here.
For real though, we were discussing this before, but up until like July 4th, we were like,
you have
yo,
Siakam on your draft board?
what are you talking about?
No one has Siakam.
I'm talking about Kawhi, bro. I'm not talking about Siakam. Who the fuck's talking about Siakam? I said, how did Ainge fuck up on Kawhi?
Okay, good. I thought you were saying something else. I heard today on the
Clean out your
radio.
fucking ears.
I heard today on the radio they were like, Siakam was picked 13 picks after Yabusele.
Yeah, that was.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a fuck up.
Yeah.
No, it ain't a fuck up.
It's a fuck
How
up.
the fuck you fucking
The
flipping
same
a
way,
fucking coin?
the
There's
same
all
way, the
12
same
other
way you
teams that
pick, the
fucked
same
up.
way you pick fucking Olynyk over onto the Kumpo. It's the same. It's a fuck up.
It's a fuck up.
It's a fuck up.
Jesus Christ! Like, what the fuck, man? There's mad players that you draft.
because Yabusele's been so great.
Mad
Right?
players that were drafted before Olynyk even in that draft that suck.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like Olynyk at least has fucking made $50 million a contract.
Yeah, but because of Stevens.
Yeah, well,
What has Stevens done with Yabusele? Okay. No, but I'm talking about Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
Right? How many episodes did we do in the summer? We're like, yeah, that's a foregone conclusion. Kawhi's coming to the Celtics, and Toronto came out of nowhere and just
Pop boom,
just baffled everyone.
Yeah, but you guys are in the camp of, the Celtics should have traded for Kawhi Leonard, right? Because at that time,
that would have been nice.
you weren't going to break up that team. Though.
No, but I know. I felt like San Antonio.
Deal.
I felt like San Antonio just didn't want to deal with Danny Ainge. Like, no, you're not going to fucking.
That was true.
You're not going to bamboozle us.
And
we're the ones that bamboozle people.
They legit waited. until they got the best deal, and they said, "Oh, we can get a superstar and still stay relevant." Pop, we got DeMar DeRozan. You want him? He's like, "Fucking bring him in, man."
Get that motherfucker out
He's
of
like,
here.
I was drawing up game plans for Jaylen Brown, and nothing worked.
Really, man? I thought we were going to go, a couple of weeks without you shit on Jaylen Brown. And you shit on him twice
I
already.
didn't shit on him. Pop.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks you've actually been giving him props,
Yeah.
which has been shocking.
I didn't shit on him.
more than anything.
Go ahead.
All right, fine, whatever.
Nobody wants to fuck with Danny Ainge, especially San Antonio.
I just think at that time,
Pop's
the
right.
hype around this roster was too big for people to say, okay, yeah, let's trade away some pieces here and get Kawhi Leonard and make this a super team. I just don't think that was
What, you
something
talking about
that...
in the middle of the season or after?
No, before the season.
Wouldn't it have been nice if they just traded Kyrie?
Kawhi
Irving
Leonard
for
got
Kawhi,
traded
though?
before the season even started. When the season
I know.
started, no one
Wouldn't it
wanted
be
to
nice if
see.
they traded Kawhi,
No one
though?
wanted to see Danny touch that roster.
Kyrie for Kawhi. That
Wow,
was the
that's-
fucking move.
That was the move.
Hindsight's
I was-
2020.
I was saying, if you're Philly, I would flip Simmons. And
You said that.
Yeah.
We both said that.
the package, pretty much the package deal that they put together for Butler. I would have taken out one of those guys.
What's
the guy's name?
The guy that's
Shooter.
been balling, Shemet.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah. Take him out.
Shemet went to LA though for Tobias.
Oh, he went to Clippers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. No. If I was Philly at the time, I would have packaged Ben Simmons and I would have put a deal.
Ben Simmons. I remember
Yeah.
Ben Simmons. That's what he said.
Just Ben Simmons.
I would have
Bunch
put a
of
deal
guys.
together that didn't include Sarge.
No.
Get Leonard,
Sarge is the guy. Yeah.
and then you have Sarge, Leonard, and Embiid
Yeah.
as your big three. 'Cause this is before they even got Tobias Harris,
Yeah.
and maybe you don't even have to
Yeah.
get Tobias
They
Harris.
might, right now, the way Philly's
At
looking,
that point.
Philly didn't get past the second round, right? They ended up just like the Celtics, right?
After those two big
And
deals they made.
who said they were the best starting five in the league?
They did take the Raptors
Wink, wink,
to
his
7,
name-
and they only
his
lost
name-
because they bounced off the rim like 14 times. So, but I mean, they don't tell me they did the same thing as the Celtics.
No,
okay?
all I'm saying is
Yeah, Joel. If
they
the
put it.
Celtics-
No,
if the
all
Celtics
no.
season ended the way it ended for them.
This
You
motherfucker
would have been like,
no,
this is
this
some bullshit.
motherfucker over here.
Listen,
trying
it
to
doesn't matter.
shit on my prediction.
Listen,
just trying to say
no, it doesn't
they
matter.
did the same thing as the
That's-
Celtics.
no,
the
it doesn't
Celtics
matter.
not
It's a
that
second round. They lost in the second round. That's
They
my
still
point.
took
My point is the
Eastern Conference Finalists to
they
7.
mortgage the future. Jimmy Butler's he's leaving. Jimmy Butler doesn't fit there.
Fair. Yeah.
Okay, Tobias might not even resign
Yeah,
there.
no, Tobias, you give him the bank though. Tobias is going to stick around because that was
He ain't
pretty much
getting the bank. He ain't getting the bank.
that was Butler's insurance policy.
You know who's going to Philly?
You don't even know who.
Yeah, you don't even know.
Kemba. Why not?
Philly can't afford Kemba, bro.
And again,
No, they can't. They can afford their two free agents. It's like just like the Celtics. If Kyrie walks, the Celtics can't afford Kemba Walker. It's the same thing with Philly.
They got two.
They have two
Simmons
of their
is on a
own
rookie
free
deal.
agents.
Simmons is on a rookie deal, bro.
No, I'm not talking about Simmons. I'm talking about
Simmons is on a rookie deal.
Talking about
Embiid's
Butler.
on his second deal.
Listen, I'm talking about Butler and I'm talking about Tobias. They
I get it.
can offer those two a max deal because they're their own free agents. But if they walk or one of them walks,
They can
it's
afford
not like
one. They can afford one free agent.
They can afford just Tobias.
Yeah,
if Jimmy walks,
but a max deal.
no.
They can afford a max deal.
If one leaves, they can only afford to sign the other.
Either way, yeah, we're picking hairs over here.
Yeah, and both of you guys are sleeping on the Raptors. Unbelievable. Neither one of you are impressed.
It's going to be a great series, and I'm not saying that they're going to get shattered on, but
Okay.
I just feel like this is the Warriors' time for them to prove that number one, they don't need Kevin Durant.
They do.
They don't.
I think they do.
They can still win without. Okay, they can still win without Kevin Durant.
We'll see you in game 2.
Okay,
we'll see what happens in game 2.
That's number one. Number two, Steph is he wants that Finals MVP no matter what he says.
Yeah, but see, that's the game plan though. That's the approach. Curry's going to get his, but everyone else is locked down. The defensive scheme is there.
No.
And then
the defensive scheme is there for
right now. Their second best defender is not looking great right now. Andre Iguodala limped off the floor.
Yeah.
So what's his status?
Yeah, he's
without him. Without also, Kevin Durant, the wing looks very comfortable for Kawhi Leonard to go off in game 2.
2019, and you're still relying on Andre Iguodala.
Hey, that's
it's
because what they do, man.
Because your boy's injured, and so is
who's my boy?
DeMarcus
Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins will be back in game 2. He's going to score 30 in game 2.
Bro, he's been out for a month and a half.
He's not scoring 30. You're outside.
He's a month and a half. He's a month and a half, and you just said he's overweight. You said it, not us. You said it.
I said he looked a little overweight.
So he's magically not going to look overweight 2 days later?
And then game 2 dropped 30?
Shaq didn't have any good games in a Celtics jersey?
Not in the playoffs.
Oh, but before that, he did have a lot of good games.
And you're also overlooking...
Rondo made him look pretty good.
You're also overlooking the fact that Marc Gasol has been hungry for this opportunity his entire career.
And you know what? Guess who else been hungry for his opportunity his entire career? DeMarcus Cousins. He literally...
Oh, yeah, because he's so hungry, that guy. Yeah.
He tore his quad diving for a loose ball in the first round against the Clippers. That doesn't tell you that this guy's ready to play. And you know what? He signed with the Warriors, and everyone said, "Whoa, this is a weird signing." Then he came back, and it was balling for the entire regular season.
The entire the 2 months he was available.
Exactly.
Get out of here. And Kyle Lowry hasn't even gotten started yet.
Okay.
This is the best playoff performance we've seen out of Kyle.
Game 2,
Kyle Lowry.
25 plus points for DeMarcus Cousins. I guarantee that. Guarantee it.
Against who? Oh yeah, you don't.
The Raptors.
You don't respect Siakam. That's why.
I don't respect Siakam. I also think that
Serge Ibaka got that dude on lock.
Serge Ibaka.
And if it's not him, it's gonna be Marc Gasol too.
I'll take DeMarcus Cousins in the post against Marc Gasol any day of the week. 2 years ago, I think DeMarcus Cousins wouldn't have a chance.
This is NBA Finals, Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol,
NBA Finals,
Marc Gasol, he's been great out on the perimeter.
He's had to watch his brother go out and win 2 championships, but he's been waiting for his opportunity his whole career, man.
He's turning to Powell. He can't defend the low post no more.
Sleeping on him. And who's gonna lock down Kawhi without Durant and a broken Iguodala?
Who's gonna guard Kawhi? I was wondering why they didn't put Draymond on Kawhi at all.
They did in some, yeah.
But I mean,
not the whole time.
He can't be with him just one dude.
Mano y mano. If I'm going to Draymond, I'm going.
So then that's
Draymond.
Well, then that's why Siakam did what he did because it can't be. It's got to be.
Siakam gets all these open looks, man.
Committee, and plus Marc Gasol too.
And then all of a sudden, Danny Green's knocking down 4 3-pointers.
Yeah, so that shit ain't gonna happen again.
Probably not.
Danny fucking Green.
Probably not. But he's getting those open shots.
Average player in the NBA.
He's getting those open shots.
Danny Green is the most average player in the NBA, and I yell this every single postseason.
And somehow he still gets to the finals, huh?
This motherfucker.
With a different look every time.
This dude. But hey, what's up with your boy Clay on defensive end, huh? What's up, Joel?
What was wrong with him?
Oh yeah, it's your guy, man. It's your lockdown defender.
Seemed to be having the Siakam problem in the first half.
Well, I didn't see Lowry go off. I didn't see Van Vliet go off.
I had a couple of big shots down.
Yeah, Van Fleet was balling at the end.
Yeah. At the end when they're already up by
3-point play.
Yeah, Van Fleet's one of those dudes, man. Van Fleet's one of those dudes is just, he just feels the moment. Like if the momentum's going, if he's a front runner guy, he's one of the guys that's like, yo, give me the ball,
he's
man.
He's like McConnell.
Yeah, no, way better than McConnell. He's in
that category of like he's in the moment guy.
He reminds me. You know who he reminds me a lot of is McCollum.
No,
CJ's a better player.
No, if you put
CJ's a way better player.
A way better player, I agree. But
in those moments,
and he's not going to just be able to like take over the game consistently. But like if there's a quarter stretch, he could be your best player in a quarter.
McCollum does that, and I feel like he didn't get enough credit for doing that.
Yeah.
I don't want to say he set the stage for Damian. Well, there are a lot of times where when the Blazers needed a bucket to stay afloat.
He's a poor man's McCollum.
He came through.
He's a poor man's McCollum. He reminds me. He gives me a lot of them tendencies that McCollum has. Now McCollum's a better player, hands down. I agree with that. I'm not trying to say
close.
I'm not trying to say like, but I feel like if you give Van Fleet that type of run, like I've always felt like he's being killed behind Lowry on these Raptors team.
I think he's good where he's at, honestly. But
really,
yeah.
I think if you
maybe he'll eventually make that leap
on those VCU teams in college.
What does that have to do with the NBA?
This guy was a dead cold motherfucking.
Yeah, so was Joe Forte.
Stone. Yeah, that's true. And so was Mateen Cleaves. You good?
Balled up.
Right.
Yeah, Mateen Cleaves is like a one of the greatest for Michigan State.
So Joe Forte, you brought him up, huh?
Yo.
Do you remember?
I'll never forget the hype behind Joe Forte.
Do you remember when the Celtics draft? So this was. I was a college basketball junkie at this point because the Celtics were so bad. So I watched the Celtics and I watched all of the college basketball.
You're like, I'm just some scouting for my boys.
You just wait.
Two favorite players and the two locks. If you talk to me at age 12, my two locks for the MVPs of the league coming up would have been Joseph Forte and Troy Bell.
Troy Bell.
The Celtics drafted
when they drafted Troy Bell,
I lost my shit.
I screamed.
I literally was like, Dad, do you believe the first they drafted Joseph Forte and then they drafted Troy Bell? I help you. And then all of a sudden they go, we're going to trade them both for the dude from Duke. Who the fucking dude from Duke? Oh, shit. He had like a 10-year career in the league.
No, but Forte lasted a season, though, before he got traded.
Yeah, they traded.
He was wearing a Paul Pierce jersey during the playoff run when they went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Joseph Forte had that big like fucking bubble on his head.
Forte was rocking a Pierce jersey.
He always had it fitted in some baggy ass jeans and like a throwback. I remember one time it was like a game winner. He ran onto the court. He had like a Bill Russell throwback jersey that went down to his knees.
He just wear like just Celtics.
Damian Jones.
Damian Jones. Yeah.
They traded Troy Bell for Damian Jones, man.
That's right.
Not the point
he went
guard,
to Memphis.
Damon Jones. Let's not confuse him with Damon Jones. But Damian Jones, the power forward, the undersized power forward, Damon Jones.
Oh, no, you're talking about Jermaine Jones.
No,
it's Damian Jones, yeah.
Damian Jones?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In a very...
Jermaine Jones, the one that played for Phoenix.
Yeah, Jermaine Jones...
No, there was a Jones that came that was
he
part
was
of the
the
trade.
dude. He was the dude that ended up on Cleveland a couple years later. Damon Jones.
Not the point guard. Not the guy who was like LeBron's
not
like best
Damon
friend.
Jones.
Yeah.
The dude, he had that wasn't got a nickname, was he? No, that was Boobie.
And that was Boobie Gibson.
Boobie Gibson. Yeah. Damon Jones was his backup.
Yeah.
Boobie Gibson's backup.
He was like best friends with LeBron. He's still like in the circles, sort of.
Yeah,
he was an assistant coach, and he was.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
he's on ESPN.
LeBron took him under his wing. Yeah,
he's on ESPN now, and every free agent is going to the Lakers, according to him.
All right, so if you guys are still listening to the podcast,
I know, right?
Geez, we went down a weird wormhole here.
There's a little history lesson for you guys out there.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this show up.
If you ain't fucking with number 20 from North Carolina, Joseph Forte.
That's your guy.
I love Forte, man.
This episode of the Causeway Street Podcast is brought to you by betonline.ag. Right now, when you head to clnsmedia.com/causeway, you enter the promo code CLNS50, you'll get 50% back on your first deposit when you bet online with betonline.ag. We got plenty of action going on between the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Final. If you haven't signed up already, this is the week to do it. You got action going on between the Toronto Raptors and the Golden State Warriors. You also have the Boston Bruins. You got the St. Louis Blues going at it, and you got plenty of money to win. So why miss out on the action?
Yeah, man. Right now is literally the best time to bet. It's the best time to bet.
Right. You got two underdogs.
2 championships, 2 underdogs.
You got all the stakes on the line.
So
and easy money for you to win.
You got a home underdog of the Stanley Cup Finals. Bet how you will. I'm a Bruins fan. I'm gonna take the Bruins to cover that game no matter what. Even though the Blues are probably going to be favored in that game. They're an underdog for the series. So that's always a toss-up. Game 1, you had a toss-up with a home underdog for the series. I think Toronto's underdog for the series, but they were favored to win that game. You got to find those matchups, man.
Right.
Game 2, Warriors all day. Heavy on the Warriors.
Right. And you know what's great about betonline.ag is the fact that they also have prop bets. So there's particular bets that you can win big money on. And when you sign up, they will give you extra money to play with if you haven't signed up already. Do not miss out on this opportunity, guys. This is the week to sign up and win big. Head over to clnsmedia.com/causeway. That's clnsmedia.com/causeway. Get yourself signed up. Enter the promo code CLNS50 and get that 50% cash back bonus on your first deposit when you bet online with betonline.ag. That's betonline.ag, clnsmedia.com/causeway, CLNS50 keyword.
Sign up, motherfuckers.
What he said. All right, we'll circle back on this NBA Finals conversation because I do think Toronto's gonna surprise a lot of people.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Put that shit in the comments, man. I got Warriors in 5.
A lot of people do.
Warriors in 5.
We'll see.
I played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We'll see. But let's wrap the show up here in case you missed it.
In case you missed it.
Let's take our trip around the NBA. Joel, what do you got for us?
What do you got, Joel?
Kevin Durant, as we mentioned, is out for game 2 and possibly back for game 3 or 4. But that's not what I'm bringing him up.
Game 3.
Bringing him up because
Game 3.
he's got some new digs.
Oh, what?
He's purchased a home in New York.
Oh, wait.
Kevin Durant?
Oh, the Knicks in New York?
I don't know. Are they? Some Knicks fans will argue with that and say, no, they've been gone for a while now.
I would love to see Kyrie go to Brooklyn, but it looks like he's going to go to New York. These two are going to join forces.
If Kyrie went to Brooklyn, I'd have a little bit of respect for him. But you know what? The days and days go on where I'm just going to burn my Wheaties box.
What Sean's referring to is the
Kyrie Irving talking like people know
/ Uncle Drew Wheaties box he's got over here in the studio. But no, I think what Brooklyn's trying to do to put a stop to this is trade for Anthony Davis and then say, hey, look, we got Anthony Davis. Come on here.
They don't have a package good for Anthony Davis.
Well, not only has he purchased a home in New York, he's selling his Bay Area home. So
now, do you
whether he goes to New York or not?
Do you really think that?
Do you
really think that real estate has anything to do with a free agency decision? Because
no, I don't. But
this motherfucker could sell his home and
just fucking
buy another home in LA.
Yeah, you're right. No, I agree with you.
No, I agree with that.
Or just stay at Steph's house.
I just think again after
Aisha's cooking, bro. I'm staying.
I'm just telling you after
your mom's staying over. Yo, she gonna put that thing on again tonight too to watch TV. Man, I'm gonna be there.
I'm just saying, man. The way he was talking after Game 5, man, like he's out the door. He's out the door.
Deadline here, right?
I think the number one option is to team up with Durant.
Yeah, no.
That's the number one option.
All right, I'll be staying.
You know?
What'd you say?
That's the number one option for him right now. Is to team up with Durant in New York.
By the way, if Steph Curry was like, hey, Kevin, I really want you back. You can sleep with my mom.
What the fuck?
Do you think he would stay? Do you think he would stay or no? What do you think? Do you think that he would stay?
I think if I had a top 5 list of women I could sleep with, I think she'd be number 5.
Number 5?
Yeah.
Not number 4.
No, number 5.
Why?
I don't know. I just think she's so sexy.
I feel like she could be number 4.
Okay, number 4. Whatever.
All right, word.
Sure.
But if Steph really gave that up and was like, hey, I'd like you to stay, I think he'd stay.
And Dell would be okay with it.
Dell would have to be okay with it.
Okay. All right.
Dell would have to be okay with it.
Steph turns around.
Yeah.
You want to win more championships?
Yeah.
Let this happen.
He's like, Dad, I worked my entire life for this. You're gonna stop this now? I'll tell him about the days you had in Toronto. I know what happens in Toronto.
Drake told me everything.
Drake told me every goddamn thing.
Fucking guy's my age. I don't know how he knows.
Huh, Dell? You don't want me to tell Mom about that, do you? Let Kevin bang her.
Come on, guys. Let's leave these two alone.
Come on, they're just gonna get to know. Look at my baby pictures in there. You know, it's weird. I don't know what they're doing, but Kevin's staying.
All right.
Either way.
See, I heard about the Kyrie thing. I knew he bought a house, but I didn't know. Man,
yeah,
that's happening.
Kyrie.
It's like the commercial. It's happening, everyone.
Kyrie bought a house where in LA though, right?
No, he bought one in Orange,
NYC.
Yeah.
No, what's going to happen with the Knicks is neither one's going to sign. They're going to end up signing fucking Scary Terry and Marcus Morris. That's what's gonna happen.
Yo, Scary Terry, Marcus Morris, R.J. Barrett, Kevin Knox. That's not a bad lineup, man. That's a young, fucking fun lineup. If the Knicks don't fuck up what they got, if they don't fuck up what they got,
they'll be the Sacramento Kings of the East.
They're gonna be. They suck. They're going to grow into something if they just keep sucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you got Kevin Knox. I really, you know, who's my rookie of the year pick this year?
Kevin Knox.
Kevin Knox. And you know what? Kevin Knox did not have a great season, but he didn't have an awful season. He was just injured a little bit. And then you get R.J. Barrett, who I think is the
best player in the
arguably first best player in the draft.
Okay.
Him or Ja.
I guess.
Him or Ja.
So Zion's automatically third. You're out of your mind.
I do think that Zion is the third best player in the draft.
No, Barrett is number 2.
No, Barrett's game translates better to the NBA than Zion's does. And same with Ja.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that
Zion's going to have some.
It doesn't mean
pains.
that Zion exactly. But at the end of the day, he's not. You're trying to say he's not going to develop better than Barrett.
No, I think Barrett will be a better player. I think Barrett will be the.
What's Barrett going to be?
The Dwayne Wade to the Zion Carmelo Anthony.
No, he's not mellow.
The games don't make sense, but that's the type of career path they're going to make. They're going to follow.
Blake Griffin.
I get that, man. But I'm just saying the type of career path they're going to follow in that draft where you're looking at like the best players all bunched up at one. Like,
so he's going to be whacked with the Knicks half his career. Is that what you're saying? Because of what Carmelo is?
I think Zion's going to struggle a lot when he comes out. But either way, the Knicks have a great situation right now. They have a great situation. They're going to get arguably the best player in the draft. They're going to get arguably the top 3 player in the last draft. And they can just suck again this year and get a top pick next year and just see what the fuck happens. They'll be okay. And you can trade some pieces. You can bring some pieces in. They'll be okay. But they're already...
They've been awful for over 20 years, man.
Yes, but they just need to draft well.
They don't though.
Nah, man.
They don't draft well.
Those days are over.
They don't draft well.
They're going for the big fishes.
They don't trade well. I mean, they're talking about trading their pick for Anthony Davis, but who else is going to be a part of that deal? That's not going to work.
All right. I mean, I just say that like finally the Knicks have gotten to a point where they're in a good position and they're going to try to trade it all for something that will not happen. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Brooklyn is the team that everyone goes to and the Knicks think they're the team.
In case you missed it, the Houston Rockets and Mike D'Antoni have ended talks with management about a contract extension. The current coach of the Rockets still has one more season, and I was hoping that he would get an extension, but he's looking forward to his current season or the last season of his contract and see what happens from there.
Retirement, bro? He's retiring?
Well, he's 68, so he says he was hoping to coach at least another 3 more years before he calls it a day. So maybe that's in Houston, maybe that's elsewhere.
Is he damn near 70?
I said 68. So what do you think?
The fuck, man?
Yeah, man.
Yo, these coaches are old as fuck.
What a mess of a franchise, man.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
And
meanwhile,
why
the Rockets are willing to trade everybody right
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Of course they are, but
Yo,
it's
give
not
me
going to
some
happen.
Clint Capella for Terry Rozier. Sign a trade, man.
According to their owner, losing in the Western Conference Finals was unacceptable.
They didn't lose in the Western Conference Finals.
Second round, sorry.
Western Conference semifinals.
Yes.
That's a Joel move right there.
I agree with the Rockets' thought process. Build around Harden, however you can get it.
Yeah, but did they really think they were gonna get past the Warriors? Honestly, the way they were constructed this year, they lost defense. They lost
when Durant
kid
gets
players.
injured, you gotta take that series.
With
You know what
what
I'm saying?
team?
You
The team is
gotta take
terrible,
that
man.
series.
You have CP3 who's gonna be listen to this contract. $38 million next year, 41 the year after that, 43 the year after that. Who's gonna want that?
Nobody.
A 34-year-old injury-prone point guard.
I love these reports saying like, oh, apparently Chris Paul and James Harden got into it in the locker room. Of course they did. You're going to be pissed off regardless of what happened because you're going to say, look, what the hell happened compared to last year where we had this team against the ropes and we didn't have a chance this time
The problem
around.
is Chris Paul's going to be there, so just fucking deal with that shit and just fucking
There's nothing you can do.
Build around the front court.
Nada.
Build the front court. No, you can build the front court.
You have Clint Capella, who's making over $20 million.
You can trade him. I would trade Clint Capella.
Okay. For who? Who's gonna take on his deal? For Russ?
I don't know, man. People think
I would just tell you.
people think I'm crazy, but I swear.
And then sign Durant, and then sign Durant, and then you got the trifecta back.
I would have let Chris Paul walk, man. I mean,
They should have.
Should have.
That contract.
why.
When they signed that contract, we all said that was the worst contract.
Or they should have done what you were saying about Kyrie Irving, possibly, right? We'll give you a 2-year, $60 million. Take it or leave it. Yeah. You knew he would have taken it.
He couldn't have gone nowhere else and gotten more.
You knew he was going to take it, so just give him.
You know what? If he doesn't take
$60
it, just fucking let fucking just sign fucking Phil Pressey to run your point, and fucking because Harden's the point guard.
Austin Rivers
would have been fine.
I mean,
they
with this,
fucked up. They went for big name player instead of actual D'Antoni system. Chris Paul's not a D'Antoni point guard.
D'Antoni says it doesn't work. How many times have we seen?
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Why don't you ask Tim if it works?
Well, I agree with that, but the thing is that with this year's
worked for the Suns
with this summer free agency looming,
they didn't win.
They should have.
If you're Chris Paul,
if Steve Nash didn't get knocked out, he would have won. Sorry, man. He said it didn't work.
If you're the Rockets and you have this free agency looming, you have the power. You can say, okay, Chris Paul, you don't want this 2-year deal for $60 million. Go out there and try to get it somewhere else.
They fucked up,
and know the team's going to give it to you. And you know why? Because everyone is drooling over this free agency class.
They looked at it, and instead of
you had the leverage.
Like you could have
Chris Paul.
You could have packaged like Clint Capella and Eric Gordon for like, I don't know, somebody. And then just maybe Klay Thompson's available. You sign Klay for a shooter off James, right? Or you sign fucking,
that wouldn't work. They play the same exact position.
They play the exact same position, but James is a point guard.
He's not a point guard.
You don't think Harden takes the ball up every goddamn
it doesn't make him a fucking point guard.
Klay,
LeBron James
is Klay a spot up shooter?
He's a shooter. He can be a spot up or
them two on the same team would be problems, man.
That wouldn't work.
Yeah, what they need is shooters. They need some defensive wings.
No,
when they had Ariza, and when they had
exactly, they had brought back Mbute.
Baumute, yeah.
You don't think
lost your defensive muscle there.
You don't think Toronto will be like, all right, let's give you
if they brought back the same exact team, then maybe you had a shot. But because they gave all the money to fucking CP3, they had to cut salary. Legit, just let people walk.
I hear.
At the end of the day, I would have let Chris Paul walk.
Yep. Ariza's gone. Yep. Ariza was a big part of that team. People forget about how he was the defensive
huge
makeup for James Harden.
We're going to fucking rely on PJ Tucker as being our best defender. All right, good luck with that.
Not good. Suns did that last year. Didn't work out well for them. Suns did that for 4 years straight, and they were the worst team in the NBA.
Ask the Raptors how that went for them.
Yeah, the Raptors tried that too. I forgot. And then they decided to say, we could draft a Siakam guy. Anyways, by the way, Drake.
I was waiting for him to be brought up.
When's Drake going to be brought up on this episode?
Well, you just brought him up, bro.
I said Drake. I didn't bring him up. I said Drake. Like
that's bringing him up. That's bringing him
up. How about him talking smack to Draymond Green? I mean, we all saw that.
Talking smack.
Well, they had words according to Draymond because the reporter who asked him
scuffle, right?
No, yeah, the scuffle, right? The reporter said, "What was the scuffle?" He was like, "Oh, he didn't push me. I didn't push him. We didn't punch each other, so it wasn't a scuffle. It was just words between two individuals." Yeah, that's it.
Could you imagine if Draymond did punch Drake?
Did who? Oh, Draymond? That's probably what Drake wanted to happen, actually.
The best thing of all time.
That's probably what Drake was wanting. He wanted that to happen. And Draymond's like, not biting.
But I don't even think Draymond
he would have been suspended for 1 game.
1 game.
That's it. Yeah.
Because it was like we told Drake to stop.
He's like, why don't you just kick me in the nuts? He's like,
imagine if he kicked Drake.
You ain't worth it, bro. You ain't worth me kicking you in the nuts.
He's like, hey. I'm not gonna go there.
So when is that?
Trying to rap about
when is that
kicking Drake in the nuts?
When does that Drake mixtape come out? Because you know it's coming, right?
Probably after the finals.
After the finals, win or lose?
Win or lose.
Oh, if they win, it's definitely coming. It's coming out.
Yo, that night,
right after the ceremony.
That night. No. That night.
That's what I'm saying. That night.
I disagree. A diss track against Golden State's coming out. Game 2, going to Golden State.
Or a hype song, right?
Hype song.
Yeah.
Something's
coming out.
Drake can't not put a song out right now, but it can't be corny as fuck. It can't be corny. He just has
it's gonna be hard.
Put a fucking hard
think
song
about
out.
the last 4 or 5 years, everything Drake has done has been pre-calculated.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna do it in the middle of the finals.
He didn't see that Push T.
But if he just put a diss song out against Draymond Green and just literally just shit on Draymond Green,
he wouldn't though. You know why?
Because and like one verse on like a hot track.
Because if they lose, they're gonna blame it on him. He's like, I don't want that heat.
Yeah,
if the Raptors lose,
it's the Maple Leaf.
Yeah, if the Raptors lose because he put out a track in the middle of the finals, he's gonna regret it.
And then he can go be a Warriors fan like he was before.
No, man, he was a Miami Heat fan.
A Heat fan, yeah, that's true. He's got a Warriors tattoo though.
In case you missed it, the NBA has announced that they have fined the LA Clippers $50,000 for violating the what? The anti-tampering rule.
This is called the Magic Johnson rule.
The fine is in response to comments.
Fined
is comments regarding Kawhi Leonard made by good friend Doc Rivers in a recent television appearance.
Good friend of the show.
Old friend Doc
So
Rivers.
what was he analyzing the NBA Finals? He can't talk about him?
Yeah, man. We can't treat you any different than we treat Magic Johnson. Fined.
That's messed up.
Can't talk about anybody.
Just because he has the richest owner in the NBA doesn't mean you can just fine him for that.
I know, right?
Bad move.
Ballmer's like, I got it, man. Don't worry. I got you.
You in the same city as Magic Johnson? Fined.
Meanwhile, have you guys been seeing Magic Johnson's tweets?
Yes.
Like every tweet as if like it's new information. Mm-hmm. Wow. Kawhi Leonard scored this amount of points and grabbed this amount of rebounds, and that's why the Raptors won.
I thought I was bad.
By
at
the way,
Jeez.
you
I'm
guys
not the best tweeter, but this is awful.
Shout out to the Raptors owner for taking a risk and trading for Kawhi Leonard, because without that trade, the Raptors would not be where they are today.
He's trying out for ESPN again.
Holy fuck. Magic Johnson. Where would I be without your tweets, bro? This is why you fucking quit. This is why you quit the Lakers job, bro.
That's when you quote a tweet and go like, yo, I never thought about this.
Jesus.
Man. Thank you.
Every tweet he puts out is just that mind blown emoji.
I'm about to grab my popcorn to enjoy game 1 of the NBA Finals, and it might be some skinny pop.
What the fuck?
Like every time I read his tweets, I hear him talking when he says it.
Don't look at me like that when you say his tweets, man. I'm freaking out over here, man.
I'm trying
His
to debate
eyes over here.
I'm trying to debate which skinny
Come
pop.
on, don't do that.
Which skinny pop?
Are you looking at his face when he's saying this?
I'm trying to debate which skinny pop flavor.
Now he's got his eyes closed. It's not better. It's not better. It's not better. It's
some
worse.
Movie theater butter or some
Now he's grooving to it.
caramel. Tweet at me. Hashtag I'm free.
Hashtag skinny pop.
Hashtag I'm out of here.
It's like, who the fuck
cares? Magic, you do know we're all listening to you.
Put your phone down, bro.
He's just like, I'm going to tweet out. He's like at dinner. He's like, hey, hold on,
mad.
Hold on, guys. I'm so mad that the game's about to start. Hold on, I got to send something out.
I'm so mad that
and then Baxter Holmes drops his article.
I'm so mad that he came on. He went on First Take after we recorded the last episode when he's talking about the backstabbing and all that shit. And like the same day was the press conference of fucking of Frank Vogel being introduced as a Lakers coach, and all the questions were about Magic. Like, yo, is it true?
Hey,
Magic said this and this about you.
All right.
Fucking Rob Pelinka.
The first time in my life, I'm on Magic Johnson's side because Rob Pelinka.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think nobody's disputing what he's saying.
Sociopath.
I don't think no one's disputing what Magic is saying about Pelinka. No, I heard about it. I know
but Sean, I think they're both right though.
Wait, what about the Heath Ledger shit? You hear about this shit?
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny.
No, please share.
You didn't hear about this?
No.
Chill. Okay, so hold on.
In case you missed it.
Hold on.
That's the best part of the Baxter Holmes story. Go ahead, Sean.
In case you missed it,
you got the floor. You got the floor.
First off, the
Hold
fucking
on, don't grab my skinny pop.
the fucking Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, okay.
They got Dwayne Johnson to come speak to the fucking team. And he's up there and he's just
which to the Lakers?
The Lakers.
Yeah,
and he
gave him the gridiron gang speech.
He's doing his Dwayne
Bronson
Johnson Rock thing. He's doing his thing. And then all of a sudden,
finally, The Rock has come back.
Like there's just
for the millions.
Yeah. Like no, like
if you smell.
I literally just imagine. I don't even know what The Rock said, but I just imagine whatever he was saying.
What The Rock?
Pure fucking gold. And then all of a sudden. The clip that I've seen just cuts to Rob is just standing there with his water bottle. And he's just sort of fidgeting his water bottle.
Yeah.
And The Rock is just fucking staring at him like, motherfucker, I was on a roll here.
What is your name?
He's like, everybody.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Everybody, I've worked with Kobe Bryant for maybe about 18 years. As you know, this is Rob Pelinka,
Yes.
not the fucking Rock.
I could tell.
I figured.
The Rock's like, ready, he's just getting the arms moving for the rock bottom. It's just fucking, he does that Twitch shit. He's like, I'm ready.
Finally!
No, this motherfucker just fucking tells a story
Yeah.
about how The Dark Knight came out.
Oh.
And how Kobe told Rob, I've never seen anyone so into the role as Heath Ledger was as the Joker. I need to get dinner with him. I need to talk to him how he got locked into that role.
Pelinka said this.
Pelinka said this to everybody.
No, yeah. Well,
And
he's
said-
saying that Kobe.
And he said Kobe
he's saying
told-
this to Kobe?
No, Kobe, he's telling a story as Kobe told me this. And he was like, I made it happen. I had them sit down for dinner. And Kobe told me that the inspiration from that dinner allowed him to be able to get locked in as much as he needed to win the NBA Finals in that year or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy part is that Heath Ledger died about 5 months before the fucking Batman was fucking released. So this shit was total fucking bullshit. And this motherfucker's up there.
Fucking true, you're right.
This motherfucker's up there.
That's the only reason why a lot of people went to go see it, because he
blatantly telling
Flat out
lies.
lie, bro. Flat out lie.
You're a fucking liar.
In-
Please tell me The Rock called him out on this.
In Hollywood.
You are lying.
And
Please tell me The Rock called him
No,
out
The
on
Rock didn't do nothing, but then his
Unless-
arm started twitching, and then he just went for the rock bottom. He goes, ah! No, he
You
didn't
are
do it.
lying towards the millions
The millions
and
of
millions
fans.
of Laker fans. Get the fuck out of here.
Brandon Ingram's just in the front row, like, bro. I thought
Bro, I was 10 when that movie came out. I knew he
Exactly.
died
But no.
before he
died.
came out.
This is the generation you can pull that off against. But people who are our age, we're like, wait a minute.
the Wild Dang's like, no. No, he died. He died before that movie came out. You lying.
LeBron James was sitting there going, what the fuck?
I know.
Unless-
LeBron wasn't in the room, man. He doesn't go to that shit, bro.
Unless Kobe saw like a pre-screening like 6 months before the movie came out.
And that's
impossible
because that movie was not done.
you
6
were
months.
lying, right? No one
They
saw
had
that
to
movie.
say, like, they had to say
Shit, dude.
when he died.
They weren't
were
even
like
done filming.
They
when
were
he
like,
died.
yo, how do we fucking finish the movie without
Exactly.
fucking?
They weren't
had to
even
put-
done. They weren't done shooting.
Yeah. Not only that, but he was supposed to be in the next one. Oh, my
Biggest lie I've ever heard.
That's fucking ridiculous. What a
That's
sociopath.
Rob Pelinka for you, and that's the Lakers for you, man.
No, but I'm gonna go with
by
Sawyer,
far,
though.
by
It's
far,
true.
my favorite part of the Back to Home story.
Go ahead.
That was
hilarious.
it. That was it.
No, that was it.
Oh, I think they're gonna mention something else. I'm gonna say,
no,
we
no.
got a bonus.
Back to host. Back to host.
There's so many other nuggets, man.
That's
Back to host.
hilarious.
Back to host. That's a Boston Celtics football reporter
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah, from that to
true.
Rich Paul, what he was able to do,
Yeah.
being around the team.
Oh,
and,
Rich and Jenny Buss. Jenny
oh,
Buss.
man,
Well, that's another reason why I don't understand
Caldwell
why.
Pope. He got away
Why-
with a bunch of stuff.
Murder.
Yeah,
Basically murder.
He got away with murder. Like it was like, yeah, don't worry about it, man. You're good because
We're just gonna play on home games. You
Right.
can't travel, but you'll play home games.
right.
Because
So
LeBron wants
why
you.
would
Oh, Rich Paul,
any-
Rich
Paul.
why
Rich
would
Paul, you
free
want to fly
agent-
with us? Yeah, come through, man. It's cool, man. Yeah, we have an agent on our
Why, that's what I'm
charter
saying.
flight.
Why would any free agent want to go into that fucking mess that is the Lakers?
They don't. They don't.
Seriously, like Frank Vogel, he's just the face behind the actual head coach.
like-
It's
it's
Jason
like-
Kidd.
it's like
they don't
the-
want to hire Jason Kidd as a head coach because
Can I tell you
of
something?
his,
I'm gonna
sexual assault.
I'm
whatever.
gonna throw something out there. I think that they just wanted a white guy.
Explain.
It's got Matt
Explain.
quiet. Yeah, why?
No, can't just say that. And just
When was
not,
the last time like LeBron actually picked a white guy?
LeBron didn't pick this dude. I bet you LeBron wanted Jason Kidd, but like we just can't
No, he
hire
didn't
him
want
as a
kids.
high
They
school.
want Ty Lue, man.
Well, Ty Lue didn't want to have Jason Kidd as on his staff.
Yeah,
Period.
that's true.
I think I think there's a lot of
Frank Vogel, and that's funny too because they're asking Frank Vogel is like, how do you feel knowing that you weren't their first choice or their second choice?
or their third choice.
Exactly.
Because LeBron was the third choice.
All I know is that that's a fucking mess, and then you add LeBron to that mix, and it's
You're
like,
the-
who
you're-
wants to go play for the Lakers?
Vogel technically is the third choice, right? No, let's say Vogel's the fourth choice, and the second choice is is assistant, and the third choice is his best player.
Pretty much when, because it's going to happen.
He's going to wish that
when Vogel gets fired.
He's going to wish that he had Lance Stevenson on his team.
When Vogel gets fired.
Wait, Lance Stevenson is on his team.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Maybe he's going to get the best out of Lance. There you go. Back to those Pacers days. Hibbert's going to fucking roll in soon. Fucking, they're going to trade for George Hill. Fucking, they're going to be the old Pacers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So when Vogel does get fired, then they'll
Collison's
have their
coming
guy
in.
as the interim coach is going to be fucking Jason Kidd. So good luck with the fucking
Either way, are we
Lakers.
done with this episode now?
Yeah, I mean, we went from the Clippers, blip to the fucking Lakers big time.
This is a strange episode.
Yeah, it really was.
Guys, thanks for
Yeah, that's all you got for in case you missed it, right?
That's all I got for in case you missed it. Oh, and real quick, because it's been a while since, a little bit more over a week since our last episode. Happy birthday to you, Sway.
I don't need to wish him happy birthday.
Wrap
I don't need to wish him happy birthday.
Wrap up the month of May with a bow because it was crazy. Sean had a birthday. His son had a birthday. Sway. Causeway Street as a podcast had a birthday.
Oh man, we also went out last weekend. That was fun.
Ooh.
Went into Boston.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
If
we
you
saw
guys- if you
the
guys
Patriots'
see me
newest
out
wide
there,
receiver
right?
too, right? Didn't we? No.
Nope.
Little inside joke there. No, we had a really good time.
Little
You guys were at the Wild Rover on Saturday night. Then you probably saw us, and probably
Yeah. Nah.
Probably saw Sean picking up a guy.
Gonna kill you.
Why do you do that, Sean?
What the fuck is your problem? There's a big problem that I have with this shit right now.
All right. To clarify, Sean doesn't pick up guys. What happens is when we get together as a unit outside of the podcast,
Some
obviously,
random guy just
it's always like
clings to the group.
One or two
via Sean
random
Dutra.
dudes. Sometimes it's females, but
It was,
know.
set the record fucking straight.
sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
it's females.
And the other night,
but we get,
it was both.
it was the other night was both. You're right.
thank you, motherfuckers.
Okay.
Fucking-
All right. Relax.
not
I'm
always-
getting there. I'm getting there.
Don't
But sometimes they
fucking-
kind of
don't
just
fucking
like
start shit.
they
It's
stick.
not, it's
they
not
just
always like that.
kind of just stick to the group, and we're all like, all of us, other than Sean, are like, do you know this guy? No, I don't know this guy. Do you know? No, Sean. Just people just kind of gravitate to Sean.
Yeah, people gravitate towards being, man, I'm a fucking likable guy.
I didn't say you weren't, man. You are
I'm a
a
likable
guy.
fucking guy. So
But
you know
then
what?
what happens is we're stuck with this
Papa-
lingerer.
Papa Pavone
See,
loves you.
We
Bro.
have a dude.
By the way-
just lingering on the group.
By
wanted
the
to-
way, when they start lingering,
wanted to follow us all.
I've
throughout the night.
I've disbanded them. I've told them, no, I'm no longer going to talk to you. Then they start,
I've never once heard you say
then,
that.
then they start to
they-
linger.
After
Then
they
they're
feed
like,
you like mad booze.
then they're like, well, maybe I could just get rid of
I have no use for you anymore. Be gone.
Yeah, it's nothing to this guy.
I don't do this
This guy
on
will
purpose,
like
guys.
buy Sean drinks. It's like, whoa, what's going on here? And then
Guy, what the fuck are you saying?
it's true.
That's not fucking true.
You'll make friends with some dude, and they'll like buy you drinks.
Why can't you say some human? Because sometimes
Some human.
No, because 9 times out of 10,
people.
it's a
Say
guy.
people. Say people.
It's a guy.
I said people. At least when I've been out with you guys. I don't know when.
Sean hates this.
I don't know. I don't know
conversation.
about your college days. I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about all
Go
that.
back to college days, man. They didn't even.
No,
You
but
know?
you've heard the stories, man.
I've heard the stories.
Not the first
That's what I'm
time.
saying. I've heard the stories, but
Here's the thing. Here's the
I
thing.
witnessed both male and female. That's just me.
If someone wants to party, I'm not going to turn you down. So if you want to come fucking party and you're cool, then I'm fucking fine with it.
There you go. It's a
can
public
fucking party.
invitation. You get a party with Sean.
That's what I'm saying. I'm never gonna be like, if you're coming in and you're like, hey man, you stop drinking. I'm gonna be like, get the fuck out of here. You come in and you're like, hey man, you want a drink, bro? I'll be like, yeah, man, fucking let's party.
And if you come up to
Says-
Sean and
no.
you're talking shit about Tom Brady,
Oh,
be
yeah, you
prepared
better
to feel the
fucking
heat.
watch the fuck out.
Be
You better
prepared.
fucking watch the
Be
fuck out.
prepared, yo. You are
Fuck
going to
out
get.
with me about that
You're going to get slammed.
Yeah, so before we even walk into the place, this guy just like, what is it? No, Stu. Our friend Stu had a
Shout out to you, Stu.
I'm trying to remember why this conversation even started. Then I remember Stu had a Pats hat on or a
And
shirt
Timothy
on.
too.
And yeah, Tim was there as well. And this guy just like, oh yeah, man, what are you guys gonna do when Tom Brady retires? And Sean just turns around.
Dead
He just
serious.
goes- he looks at them dead in the eye and just goes, "The fuck are you talking about?" The guy goes, "Oh yeah, what's gonna happen next year when he's done?" He goes, "Brady's not gonna fucking retire, bro. He just won the Super Bowl.
Fucking right.
What are you talking about?"
He's like the champion. You're talking about the champion.
The champion.
Tom Brady.
Okay, buddy. He goes, and the guy's obviously just like probably from out of town.
Yeah,
just
definitely
like,
out of towner.
trying to fuck with us.
Step the wrong crew.
But my favorite part is the guy goes, "Oh yeah, what's he gonna do? He's gonna play through. He's like 65 or 67, bro." Sean just looks at him and goes, "Yeah, he is, motherfucker. That's gonna be our fucking quarterback.
Yeah.
What's your fucking problem?" Just dead serious. And me, Tim, and Stu like dying laughing. Like, yo, chill,
Dude
bro.
was just like, he fucking didn't know what to say, man.
Looks at all of us like,
Sean did that guy a favor, and he realized from that point forward, anytime he comes back to Boston, don't ever talk about when Tom Brady's going to retire, because he's not.
You don't fucking know me. And you're going to talk shit about Brady to me in my own fucking city? Are you fucking serious?
Sean goes, get the fuck out of here, man.
I go, why don't you go fucking run away?
Speaking of
run away.
Speaking of massholeness, what do you think about the Bruins here? What's our prediction for the Bruins?
Bees, baby.
Oh, obviously bees, but what are we talking about?
I still think
6.
They got it. They're gonna win. It's either 5 or 6. It's all about game 3, baby. It's all about game 3.
All right. So they win in game 3. They win in 5.
Win in 5.
All right.
They lose in game 3.
I like that.
They win in 6.
6. I'm going 6. Bees and 6.
I don't think they're gonna win and lose again. If they win, they're gonna win out. If they lose, they're gonna win out.
I feel like it's
They're not gonna lose again.
Classic masshole
They're not gonna lose again.
prediction.
Nah, man. Nah, the Brewers are a better team.
No, I'm not saying they're not. I'm just just want to get your take on that, since this is Causeway Street.
Yeah, man. You know what?
That's right.
You know what? If you guys see me out,
At least
let's
one
party.
team on
Let's
Causeway
party.
Street is
Let's
competing
fucking
for
party.
championship right now.
At least
Don't-
one
if
motherfucking
you see-
Boston team
if-
is still competing.
Yeah, what I tell you. What I tell you.
Somebody knows how to
Not the Celtics.
make it to the finals.
Celtics should be in the fucking finals. Instead, the Bruins are. And guess what? Celtics fucked up.
Well, let me ask you this:
This
because
is a
DeMarcus
great-
Cousins came
This
back,
is a great series, though.
because DeMarcus Cousins came back.
Stanley Cup Finals, dope.
If the Celtics didn't make the final, would you have the Warriors still winning?
Yeah.
Wow. Even with an injured DeMarcus Cousins
You mean
And Kevin Durant.
and Kevin Durant, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, Cousins is clear to play, but he's obviously injured. So, yeah, he played 8 minutes, man.
Sean shaking his head.
Celtics would have.
Which is a strong indication that he shouldn't have been playing.
If this Celtics team made it to the fucking finals
Well, he was
somehow
scrimmaging.
and beat the
According
fucking
to Kerr.
Bucks and Raptors, then I would have picked them to beat the Warriors. But this fucking team was never going to beat them. Fuck.
No,
It's a
I just
crazy
said,
question,
bro, it's a hypothetical, bro. Bro, you brought up
It's an
hypothetical.
impossible hypothetical.
You bring up
They
hypothetical.
would have to beat the Bucks
That's
and
an
the Raptors.
oxymoron.
And now
An
all of a
impossible
sudden,
hypothetical, really? An impossible hypothetical. It's a hypothetical. I'm just saying.
all right. So if somehow this exact same Celtics team
This same Celtics team made it to the finals.
lost to the Bucks in 5 games,
Yes.
somehow just said, you know what? You're in the finals now.
Mm. No,
They would've
obviously,
got
obviously
swept.
they
They would've
did.
got swept.
Obviously they
Swept.
didn't beat. They didn't beat.
Swept.
In this hypothetical, they don't beat. They don't lose to the Bucks.
They would get swept.
All right. Okay.
All
That's
right.
that.
On that note, we up out of here until next week, guys.
Finals edition on the Causeway Street Podcast. We out.
Finally, The Rock